So he gave up himself. But why did he have to do that? What was the point? In my last video, the manipulation of the crucifixion, we talked about that, about how he never had to do that. He was never obligated to die or to put on this big death display in order to guilt humanity into believing in him or following him or whatever. That was never a requirement of him. He chose that. He made the rules. He decided that blood needed to be shed in order for humanity to be forgiven.
The offer of heaven is not as a reward for being a good boy. This is a problem that many evangelical atheists have as their view of Christianity. And unfortunately, many Christians who have weak Christianity, in my opinion, they just go to church, sit down, come home, and that's the extent of their Christianity. Okay. That's this belief that heaven is a reward for being a good boy. Oh, you went to church and you tried to follow the 10 Commandments. Oh, good boy. You get to go to heaven. Aren't you happy? Good boy, good boy. That's not the Bible's position on what heaven is for. It's not. Okay? He's allowing people into heaven for himself. It's not for us. It's for him. He wanted intimate family members for himself. He wants to wake up and smell cigarette smoke and bacon with family members in the house that love each other. That's what he wanted. Okay? That's what he was going for. He didn't make this as a reward for being a good boy. He wants family. It's all set up so he can get himself family, and he's looking to us to be his family. The offer of heaven is not an offer to lay around all day and watch movies in heaven. We will have roles, including acting as members of his divine court. Don't you know that we'll judge angels? 1 Corinthians 6:3. We're going to have an active role in actually judging other sentient beings. There are more in the entire universe, in the universe as a whole, and that may include not just the universe that we observe. How many other universes has God created? We don't know. How many other peoples has he created? God's been around for a long time. There could be a lot more sentient people out there in the wider universe, or universes, because God is not just the God of this universe, he's the God of all universes. So
it's not only us.
It's not excluded. There could be other universes. Yeah, that's possible. God, he's God. Okay? We know that he created the angels and they're a separate race from us. And he's saying we're going to judge those. I mean, are we going to judge any other races? I mean, so what he's saying is, you are my children. You're coming into my family. But I'm not just, think about how kingships have worked throughout history. If you're the king, what do you call your children? What do you call your little boys? Princes. And one day, what will they be? Kings. They're part of the royal court. This is the model God's giving us. You're coming into my family as members of the royal court. Okay? You're going to have judging responsibilities. You're going to be little gods. All right? I mean, without being blasphemous, that is what the Bible teaches. Nobody can become a member of his family and an officer of his court if they have outstanding warrants or tickets. All crimes committed by applicants must be justly addressed and fully paid for. If you're going to serve on my court, no outstanding warrants, no outstanding tickets. Would you like to pay for them yourself, or do you want somebody else to pay for them? Because if you want to pay for them, guess what the penalty is? Guess what the fine is? Take a guess at what the fine is. The fine is bloodshed and death. So if you want to come and be a member of this court, you can't come until justice takes place.